In the shadow of the past.
Zara dusted off a pile of ancient scrolls. She was in her mentor's study, surrounded by the tools of archaeology. Professor Jackson had vanished weeks ago. He left no note, only a strange map tucked inside a book on ancient civilizations. The map was old, the parchment brittle. It depicted a path through dense jungle leading to a place called the Temple of Whispers. Legends spoke of a powerful relic hidden there, a relic that could grant wisdom and strength. Zara knew she had to find it. Professor Jackson would have wanted her to. Zara packed her bag. She gathered her compass, her machete, and a notebook for her observations. She had faced danger before on digs with Professor Jackson, but this time she was on her own. The jungle welcomed her with open arms, vines snagged at her clothes, and the air hung heavy and humid. The map led her deeper and deeper into the green abyss. Days turned into weeks. Zara battled exhaustion and fought off dangerous animals. She never lost sight of her goal. She had to find the Temple of Whispers. She crossed rivers teeming with crocodiles, climbed treacherous cliffs, and slept under the watchful eyes of monkeys. The jungle tested her, pushed her to her limits. But Zara refused to give up. She was Professor Jackson's protégé. She would not fail him. One day, the jungle opened up. Before her stood a towering structure, half hidden by vines. It was the temple from the map, the Temple of Whispers. A surge of excitement shot through her. She was close. The temple was ancient, crumbling under the weight of centuries. Vines snaked through its cracks, and the air hung heavy with the scent of decay. Zara entered cautiously, her hand resting on her machete. The entrance chamber was dark and silent. Dust covered the floor, undisturbed for ages. On the far wall, Zara spotted a carving. It depicted a series of animals, a jaguar, a monkey, and a serpent. Below each animal was a symbol. Zara recognized them from her studies. They were ancient glyphs, each representing a number. She studied the carving, her mind racing. Professor Jackson had taught her the importance of observation, of looking for patterns and connections. Finally, it hit her. The animals were a clue. The order they appeared in, combined with their corresponding numbers, formed a code. This code, she realized, must unlock the way forward. Zara located a hidden mechanism on the wall. She carefully inputted the code, her heart pounding in her chest. With a grinding sound, a section of the wall slid open, revealing a passageway beyond. The Temple of Whispers was beginning to reveal its secrets. The passage led to a series of tunnels. Zara navigated them carefully, her senses on high alert. She couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. The air grew colder, the silence heavier. She could hear the faint sound of dripping water echoing through the tunnels. Then she saw them, two figures lurking in the shadows ahead. They wore dark clothes and carried themselves with an air of menace. Zara's hand instinctively went to the machete at her side. She knew who they were. Rivals, treasure hunters who had caught wind of the legend. They were after the relic, too. Zara ducked behind a crumbling pillar, her heart racing. She had to be smart. She couldn't take them both in a fight. She needed to use her wits, her knowledge of the temple to outmaneuver them. The hunt for the relic had just become a race against time. The path opened into a vast cavern. In the center, a narrow bridge stretched across a seemingly bottomless chasm. The air was thick with the smell of damp earth and something else, something ancient and unsettling. The bridge swayed precariously in the faint breeze. It was the only way forward. Zara took a step onto the bridge, her hand gripping the frayed rope railing. The bridge groaned under her weight. She looked down. The chasm seemed to stretch down forever. Vertigo threatened to engulf her. She closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and forced herself to keep moving. As she inched her way across, she noticed something strange. The stone slabs that made up the bridge were engraved with symbols. They were similar to the glyphs she had seen earlier, but these seemed more complex. She realized with a start that they weren't just decorations, they were a puzzle, and she had a feeling that one wrong step would send her plummeting into the abyss.